Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be in an island, right? You in the shade, sipping lemonade, you in Paris, and you looking at what is it called, the Eiffel Tower or something like that, right? You in France, and you know what I mean? You and your loved ones, right? Have you ever wondered, right, if you're living in the East Coast like me, and to be like somewhere in the West Coast where you could just be chilling, and if you a person like me, I tried In-N-Out Burger, something simple like that, right? Or going to a Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, right? Family, family, family. This video is about 5 main reasons why you should be traveling. I know this video is not the norm. We're talking about, we will usually talk about energy, we're talking about confidence, what people should be what you should be doing when et cetera, right? I ain't gonna break it down to you, but it came upon my heart to talk about things that what we could do in the everyday life. And I'm here to keep it real. And me as your best friend, I am a traveler. It's been a year I haven't traveled because I've been staying on my square. I've been doing what I got to do to progress. As you can see, things are just changing for me. I'm actually in the process of moving to another state, and of course, I'm not settled yet, but I'm making that move. All right. And before I get into that, we're gonna talk about it. 5 main reasons why you should be traveling. The other day, I was having a conversation, and I was just chopping up with my homegirl, and she would like to travel, but she's afraid. And I was just telling her, before I get into that, this is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Stay tuned because you will get laced. And after you get laced, after this video, you're gonna want to just think about looking at plane tickets, getting that passport if you want to go to that island you always wanted to go to. You're gonna want to go to, even if it's just another state, the state over, and just see something different. All right. But 5 main reasons, right? And I wrote it down, right? 5 main reasons. This is related towards me. This is me telling you why you should be traveling. This is 5 main reasons why you should be traveling. Because your best friend, he cares about you. I care about you. You know what I mean? I can't be traveling and having a good time living my best life, right? When I will go back and travel, why can't you travel? Why can't you live your best life? Right? It don't take thousands or hundreds of dollars to travel, but stay in your budget, do your research, all right? I'm gonna get into it. Number one, you'll get a different perspective. When you travel, you definitely get a different perspective. A lot of people will give you their input in a particular place that they have been, right? I remember the first time I was going to use Colombia, but a lot of people were telling me about, Colombia. Colombia really changed my life. I've always traveled before, but it was always to the same places that I've always been to. But not Colombia, let's say Texas, Houston, Texas. A friend of mine who I used to be friend with suggested for me to go to Houston, Texas. Man, oh man, what everybody's told me about Texas is a lot more different than what I've seen. I had the best time of my life, and I'm even considering, when I do make them hundreds of millions of dollars, right? I'm gonna get me a little place over there in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Houston, Texas. You definitely see a different perspective, right, when you travel. I'm telling you, Houston, Texas was so dope. Man, I ended up staying an extra 2 days, right? I didn't have no control of it, but because there was a snowstorm happening in the East Coast, so they had to change my flight. I'm telling you, Houston, Texas was so dope, and it was just right here in the United States. You know what I mean? So dope. And the reason why it was a different perspective, because everybody always say that, it was it's no disrespect to Houston, Texas. People will tell me it's so country over there and what is to do over there. And the guy who told me, at the time, to go, man, he broke it down to me. I was like, really? What I heard it was, man, I went over there. I'm telling you, that first night, I was chilling, and I stayed in one of the nice hotels, the Royal Sonesta Hotel. Shouts out to them. The people were so dope. I met people from different cities, people, and even the people there, the Uber drivers were so nice. People were so nice. Houston, Texas, man. But that was just Houston, Texas, though, right? That was different, just Houston. But I've been to other countries, and I'm telling you, going great. Let me get number two before I babble too much. To get an appreciation for what you have. Yes, that's very important. I wish I could save that one for last. I forgot. I just wrote that down. You definitely get an appreciation for what you have, especially if you live in a first world country like the United States, if you live in Canada, if you live somewhere in Europe, not saying all of Europe, but like if you were to live in the UK, where the dollar or whatever currency you have stretches out more. I remember when I went to Haiti to go visit my family for the first time as an adult, and my sister at the time, she is my sister. My sister, I seen their conditions how they were living. And it was definitely a culture shock because it was something that I was not used to, because I'm here in the United States, right? And it was just crazy for having something little as just water. Just drinking water, you appreciate having water. Over here, we have water running all the time, but for them, they get water, but it's a lot different than how we have water. We can actually open the faucet, and let's say if you do drink tap water, you can drink a cup of tap water. Where in Haiti, you would have to purchase your own water, right? Or you would have to go somewhere to a well, especially if it's an area where they don't have water. They have water, but they can't drink it because of bacteria. Just talking about Haiti. But don't get me wrong, there are some places in Haiti where you can actually, it's just like here, first world, which I've been to, but in that particular area where I went to at the time, it was very hard to sink in. I stayed there for almost a month. And man, oh man, what I told you, I got used to it after 3 days. And I did have a good time, but when I came here to the United States, just having the simplest things where you could just walk to the store and have 50 cents, right, or $1 and buy a bag of chips, where over there, it wasn't so easy, especially if you wasn't working. So you'll definitely have appreciation for what you have, right? This is just for Haiti. I've been places like Dominican Republic, where people, sort of live, they adapt. They have the same thing over here, depending if they're working or not. But if they're not, it's just like how I was explaining to Haiti. So that's just a little bit of something where you would definitely have appreciation for what you have. You definitely learn a culture, and that's number two. Number three, you definitely get out of your comfort zone. I remember, man, I went to Colombia. I've always wanted to go to Colombia because Medellin, Colombia, because of the food. And of course, a lot of people were telling me at the time that Colombia is dangerous. No disrespect to people that are Colombian that are watching my videos, but they were talking about the Pablo Escobar thing. And that's something to take into consideration when you are around Colombians, because it was not that long ago where they had that situation with the narcos. So I had to learn about the culture of being in Colombia, in Medellin, Colombia. And man, oh man, when I told you, I got out my comfort zone. I had to learn a little bit of Spanish, just a little bit, just to get by. I had my translator. And it definitely gave me a way of getting out my comfort zone. I was not used to, let's say, Haiti, right? In Haiti, I was comfortable because I could speak the language enough where I could speak the language, but not as good as, the people that are living there. I've been living here for so long. But I can be able to have family in Haiti. In the Dominican Republic, I have friends and family that's over there, right? Because the country it's the same country but different. It's in the same island but different countries, right? Where I can go and see my family and you know. But going to Colombia, I didn't know anyone. People I used to travel, people I chopped it up with at the time, they would go all the time. But the people that were around me, family, some friends, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to Colombia. Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because, the people, are very, very, you get kidnapped. But the people that are used to going over there, they would tell me, yo, it's so dope over there. Man, oh man, I had the best time of my life. I got out of my comfort zone. I did my research. I found the best location to go stay. What time you have to be in, all that, what the type of foods they eat. Got on the plane, right? Did my research on who to talk to, who not to talk to, how to dress. And what I did when I went over there, I had the best time of my life. And I had to tell you this. I kid you not. I've been there, I believe, 3 times. 3 times I've been to Colombia, and each time I went, it got better and better. Shout out to people in Colombia, especially in Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena, Cali, wherever you are. Shout out to y'all. I had the best time of my life. Now I got out my comfort zone. I did not know as much Spanish as I was supposed to, but just going over there, I had to get out my comfort zone and learn enough Spanish just so I can speak to people. Now I don't have perfect Spanish, but I can say a few words to people and they would get it, I have my translator, of course. Let me go to number 4. You will learn a different culture. You will learn a different culture. I'm telling you, us pet people that are used to being, like for example, in the United States, we are so wrapped up in knowing that, okay, us just being in the United States. Now, I'm not talking about people that just migrated from another country and come to the United States. I'm talking about for people that were born in the United States or you came here at a young age and this is what you know, this is how it is. Of course, in the United States, you can adapt to different cultures and go to different cities, and they have a place like, for example, in Brooklyn, they'll have Little Haiti, right? In Miami, got Little Cuba. You can go to places that, okay, cool, you can learn about a culture, but it's not like being in that country. It's not like being in that country and you living and observing that life where everybody's living. Of course, you bring a couple of, whatever you bring from the United States. I'm just talking for the United States, just an example. You bring in the money that you bring over there, of course, the dollar's going to stretch. But it's nothing like learning that culture and how people move, how they eat, the gestures, the way they dress, the type of religion. These things are very important because, like the example I said before, where you get out your comfort zone, learning a different culture is so dope. So dope. Me personally, I would love to get into a situation where I want to go to Africa. I always know about, East Africa. It always amazed me of Eritrean, or Ethiopian. That culture, that culture is so beautiful where the family love each other. And I always wanted that. Always wanted that. So learning a culture is very, very important. I'm telling you, especially when me, when I went back to Haiti and visit my family, us as Americans, we always believe that the culture that we have here, that's what's it. And in some cases, that's really, selfish of us because you don't know what these other cultures are going through and what I just say I could babble a lot, but there's so many, it's a lot of things what people do, and it's interesting, and it's really important to know the type of different cultures, all right? Let's put it like that. And number 5, the last one, to get unplugged. Now, I put unplugged, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but to get unplugged. Comment below and give us your examples to get unplugged, all right? But that was just 5 reasons why you should be traveling to a city near you, to a country, to be in an island, sipping that margarita that you always wanted to. Or fellas, you can have that sexy senorita that you always wanted to talk to, right? Be around a beautiful woman. Ladies, you go to Jamaica and be around, that sexy guy that you always see in the magazine somewhere or on television, right? Pause. But those are my 5 reasons why you should be traveling. And like I said before, I haven't been traveling for almost a year, but I will be very soon once I am settled and doing what I gotta do. And I want to take you on this journey too, right? But if you like this video that I made today, comment below and give us some examples why you should be traveling to a country or to a state near you. Now, this is not just for people in the first world country. If you do have the resources and the possibility to travel, either you're in Africa, Asia, anywhere, travel to that other state that, in that country near you, that state near you. Me personally, I'm in Connecticut. I travel to New York all the time. Now, I've been in New York millions of times, but me being in New York, I'm telling you, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And this is one of the reasons why I'm always going to New York. I get amazed in that energy of them lights. That bus goes by, the subway. It just takes me to another world. And you should be doing the same thing too. All right? Please comment below. Give us your examples, right? Give us your examples why you should be traveling. All right? In the description below, ladies, Gorgeous271. Keep up with the latest luxury style at Gorgeous271.com. All right? This is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.